Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today we are going to be looking at the GOP's best case scenario in the upcoming 2024 US Senate elections. So let's just start with the safe Democratic states as always. California, we can basically confirm that Adam Schiff will probably beat Steve Garvey by over 20 percentage points. Same with Hawaii, who's surprised? Uh, Delaware, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. Nothing really that competitive. But since this is the GOP's best case scenario, some of the more safe states, but still not that safe, could go into likely Democrat. Now let's go to the safe Republican states, all of the normal ones. And now, not Ohio, that's really competitive. But now, since this is a best case scenario for Republicans, Texas and Florida are going to go safe Republican. Now we are left with this. We have all of these states left, and we'll just start off with likely Democratic states. These are going to be New York, New Jersey, and Minnesota, and Washington. These are all normally safe Democratic states, and I do have them safe in all of my normal presidential and Senate predictions. But since this is the Republicans' best case scenario, these states will go likely. Uh, sorry. Now let's go to the likely Republican states. Now as you can see already, before we even get into the likely Republican states, Republicans already have a 50-seat tie. So even if Democrats win all of these, which they probably won't in a best case scenario, and even in my normal one, they probably won't. If Donald Trump is elected, then J.D. Vance will break the tie at the Senate. So yeah. But let's just get into the likely Republican states. Montana, I currently have this going lean Republican, but since this is a best case scenario, I have it likely. Same with Ohio. Ohio, I have it high tilt. I feel like it just barely gets into likely Republican. Obviously, if this wasn't a best case scenario, I would have it tilt Republican, maybe even going for Democrats. But yeah, Ohio is gonna go likely Republican. Now let's move to the lean Democratic states. Uh, sorry, I actually meant for New Mexico to go into likely. Sorry about that. But now we are left with all of these states. And Virginia. I for some reason forgot these two states, and I don't know why I didn't put them in likely. Probably because of the normal general election. At one point, I had these two states going lean Democrat. But anyways, we're left with a couple states left, 6 seats: Arizona, Nevada, Wisconsin, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Maryland. Out of these, Maryland is the most Democratic, and I feel like Angela Brooks would be able to pull off a good victory here. Uh, and then the rest of these states in a best case scenario, I don't know. But let's see. I think all of these states are gonna go tilt Democrat or lean or tilt Republican. But let's just go with the most Republican lean states right now. I got Nevada, Michigan. Michigan, I feel like no one really likes Alyssa Slotkin. Like, no one actually likes her. Like, dude, like, she's a horrible candidate. Rogers, Mike Rogers, he's not that kind of a candidate either. But at least he's like a normal conservative. Alyssa Slotkin, she is not that normal liberal you see. So that's why I have Michigan going lean Republican as well as Nevada. Nevada's pretty close. I feel like Jackie Rose in a normal scenario, she barely pulls it off. But these two states, I have it going lean Republican in a best case scenario. And that leaves Arizona, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. So Arizona, we have Carrie Lake versus Ruben Gallego. Carrie Lake, she in a best case scenario, it's pretty competitive. Some people really don't like her. Some people adore her. Her policies pretty great. Uh, there's Wisconsin. There's an incumbent Democrat, like many swing Senate races. It's Democrat Tammy Baldwin. She votes with Joe Biden like basically 100% of the time. Eric Hovde, they're basically targeting him about being rich and living in California. I feel like that could be competitive. Pennsylvania, I feel like is actually the least competitive right now. Democrats do really good in gubernatorial and Senate races not the same for presidential races. And Bob Casey is an incumbent. So out of all of these, I feel like Pennsylvania would be the least close in the best case scenario, going Democrat by tilt. Arizona, I feel like in the best case scenario, will go Republican by a tilt margin. And Wisconsin, I feel like it's going to be really close, but in the best case scenario, Eric Hovde just barely pulls it off. So, in my best case scenario prediction for Republicans, I have Republicans winning 56 seats. That is a massive majority. That is 12 plus than Democrats. Absolutely massive. A bunch of flips. A flip in Wisconsin, a flip in Michigan, a flip in Ohio, a flip in Montana, a flip in West Virginia, a flip in Arizona, and a flip in Nevada. So, Republicans, obviously, they're kind of guaranteed the Senate right now. But this is just the best case scenario. I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah,